So, I have a PS5 that's supposedly being delivered, or supposed to be delivered early last week. And it was marked as delivered, though it was marked as delivered like in a town 30 minutes away from here. And I definitely never got it. So I was like, what on earth is going on? And what it looks like happened is the delivery driver saw that it was from Sony Interactive and marked it as delivered, took it, and then when I filed the complaint, said that he lost it and that it was lost in transit, like it fell out of the car or somebody stole it out of his truck, even though he signed the delivery thing. So the UPS guy just came to the door and had some paperwork for me to fill out to just certify under penalty of like law that I don't have it. I never got it. And so now they're going and they're going to start like busting down doors and, you know, heads are going to start rolling until they figure out what happened to the thing. And like I filed the report. I'm going to work with all of them and try to figure out what happened and what I need to do to either get the package or to get to get the money for the package. Cause I'm just like, how on earth does that happen? But yeah. Anyway, so it is, oh damn, a PS5 just showed up to my crib. Wow, crazy. What are the odds? It's just like, I heard stories of this happening, people ordering a PS5 and then it gets stolen by the delivery drivers. I've heard of that happening. I just didn't think it would happen in like, we live in a nice neighborhood. We have good delivery drivers and stuff. But I mean, I guess it can happen. But that whoever did it, whoever's responsible for it, is gonna seriously get their ass kicked and is gonna like face jail time. The UPS driver that just talked to me about it, he's like, yeah, we don't mess around with that. Like if they catch you doing it, they not only will they file the charges against you for theft, but it's also mail theft, which is like a federal offense. And then they slap you with a lawsuit for damaging the reputation of the company. So like your life is ruined. Like they go after you for jail time and they go after you for monetary damages for like millions of dollars of damages to their reputation. They do not mess around. So hopefully they get whoever did it and we rock and roll and get that. But that's one of the random things I've been dealing with. So if you are out there and you've had to deal with that, I feel sorry for you as well, because I know it's a bit of a headache. I can only imagine, like, you're super excited for your PS5 to get here. You're so pumped. You've been waiting months and months and months. And then you order it and it gets stolen while in transit. And then Sony's like, no, we're not going to touch it. Talk to the delivery guys, because we didn't lose it. We shipped it to you. We didn't lose it. And so the only way that Sony would be responsible is if they shipped it to the wrong address, which the delivery guys would be able to verify because they have like the scans of where it was set to be delivered, which is why it's weird. Cause like it was set to deliver here to my house, but it shows as delivered to a place like 30 minutes away, which is very weird. So it just looks like somebody in the distribution center in that city 30 minutes away, like signed it out of inventory as delivered in that spot, and it tagged that location and then tried to take it. You know, they have it set up so there's no smart way to do this. Like if you do it, you're gonna get caught. It's just a matter of how long. And so the guy, like, you might not notice it if it's a $10 package that just didn't show up, you know, oh well, oh, bummer. But for something like this, it's a no-go. It's a no-go. How can you prove that you never got the PS5? A couple of ways. I mean, for one, I have to sign a document like stating under penalty of law that I didn't get it. So if they find out that I did, and they can say like, no, look, we have a GPS tracker on the truck that delivered it. We can show he arrived at your house. at this time and it was signed out of inventory. And then they have the sheet because this package requires signature, and they can say, look, this is your signature at this time, you signed for it, this is it. And a judge would look at that and be like, it's your signature, dude. You know, you lied, you did get it. The problem is it was signed in a place that's not my home, so that looks weird. Somebody other than me, some guy with the last name like I think it was Sanchez, signed for it. Not me, obviously. And I have like Ring doorbells and cameras set up for security. And so I can show a play-by-play through the whole day that there was never any delivery driver that came up with a package asking for a signature. So like we can demonstrate it pretty clearly. Yeah, aren't you Luke Sanchez? Yeah, exactly. It's just crazy, but like these people, they don't catch the smart ones, they catch the stupid ones, and the stupid ones are the ones that try to steal valuable packages from people that are relatively tech literate and can file claims and appeals and stuff. Like I've said it before, Nikki and I had to deal with a stalker like 2 years ago, and I told the guy, I was like, if you continue this sending messages and calling us and stuff, we will file like the paperwork with the police and we'll get the police involved. He's like, no, you're just trying to scare me off, man. I don't believe that for a second. Guess what? He has like actively a court case against him, and he's looking at 1 to 3 years. Like he currently is wanted. He's in California somewhere, and they're going to try to arrest him, and then they're going to bring him to Colorado, and he's going to stand trial. And because he's refused to plead guilty and wants to represent himself, now he's going to most likely like I'd be shocked if he wins the case, but if he doesn't win the case, then he's looking at like 1 to 5 years actually. So like when I tell people, don't mess with me. Like don't I will stay calm and I will wreck your shit. You know, you steal a PS5 from me? Yeah, I'll ruin your life, man. just you wait. Jet Kundo, I bought a PS5 accidentally. I was in the store to buy a TV, and it turned out they had a few PS5 inside. Wow. Yeah, for real. That's awesome. Why was he stalking you? It's a long story, and I don't know how much I can go into just because the case hasn't actually gone through. But it was kind of a complicated thing. Specifically related to Nikki. He, let's just say, was infatuated with Nikki, and that kind of started the whole thing. So that's what I will say. But you better believe, once the case is like done with, I will do like a whole story time, and I will share everything, and I cannot wait. Because if any of my videos go viral, that one probably goes viral because it's an insane story, and we've had to just sit on it for 2 years, and we're not really allowed to talk about it much. So I've just been waiting. Like everything I just said, you could find in public court records. So there's nothing I just shared that's like unknown to the public. But trust me, once I can talk about it and I can show like the text messages and play the voicemail messages and stuff, it will blow your mind. But yeah, we'll just wait on that. We'll wait on that. We'll get there eventually, you know. Color me intrigued. Yeah. Hopefully, the last court date we had was in May, where the dude never showed up for his arraignment. So they issued the search warrant, or the arrest warrant, a bench warrant technically. So at the courtroom, the judge says, nope, you're not here. I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest to get you here. And he's been missing since May. So it's been a solid 4 months of him just like on the lam. So when they find him, they'll bring him back, and then we'll probably have like 2 months to when it's fully resolved. But once that happens, I will let you know. Yeah, I won't talk about it much more. I don't want to get in trouble.